Y'all, you cannot make this up. What are you going to do if you're on the left and you say that it's not leftist violence? It wasn't an anti-ICE individual shooting up an ICE facility, even though he wrote anti-ICE on the cartridges, but that's not enough. It turns out when there's more and more evidence, like what I'm about to show you right now, you just revert back and blame white men. Yep, white men. If you look like me, it's your fault that leftists murder people. Yep, that's actually going around the internet right now on CNN. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below. Guys, please make sure you share this out, because the way to win is to spread this stuff out and make sure everyone exposes this for exactly what it is, which is crap. And hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We are about to dive in to the depths of the utmost desperation like you cannot imagine. So get as many people in here and let's just call it for what it is, a bunch of BS. All right, people. As always, 5x5 audio video. Kevin outs himself, says, yep, I did it, my bad, guys. Turns out the whiteys are even in here. Oh, my God. And I can say it because I am one. It's my fault, too. I feel your pain. Good God, the stupid. All right, not you guys, these people. Let's get into this. I would be remiss if I did not bring you the highest pinnacle of intelligence to start off this episode, along with all the musings of the far left and their violence-laden rhetoric. Let's get going with the highest articulatable intelligence in the land, Jasmine Crockett. Listen to this, because this is key before I show you where this falls apart too. Watch this.
And then the next thing you know, they're saying, yes, this guy was targeting officers, and he may or may not have been. We just want full transparency.
I love it. I can respect that. We just want full transparency. It makes total sense. Let's not assume that all of the leftist rhetoric that was on the cartridges that were actually being used in a copycat killing from a guy who copycatted the Charlie Kirk assassination 2 weeks ago, also a leftist. Guys, we just need transparency. We're going to take this sarcasm meter right here and we're just going to crank it all the way to maximum and have some fun at these people's expense. Guys, turn the sarcasm meter down real quick. You are winning. You have got them so freaking desperate that they are actually out there saying what your eyes are seeing, you are not seeing. And by the way, now that your eyes saw what was correct, it's the white people's fault. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot tell me we are not winning with everything else that I've shown you throughout our 4-year history, with culminating with this stupidity. Let's just get it. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off.
We need to be
hey, you cannot talk yet. We are going to rip the Band-Aid off because the second most intelligent little traitor from the rhinos, Adam Kinzinger, on CNN tonight is saying this. And again, you're going to see this a lot in the leftist circles online on X tomorrow. It's going to be all whitey's fault. If you are a white male, why are you so violent? Because a vast majority of all white people are the mass shooters in this nation. You're going to hear it. I guarantee it. Put a pin in it. Adam Kinzinger. Adam, take it away. Let's get it. I want to hear from you, sir.
Listen, the thing that we need to be looking at is not, is this the right? Is this the left? Is it whatever? It's, why are young white males doing this? Why do they feel so disconnected from society that they have to turn to violence? And that's not what the president's talking about. Instead, he's talking about it's the left. And I got to tell you, we're missing the point here.
Oh, God. That is key on-point analysis from Adam Kinzinger, straight off the January 6th committee working with Nancy Pelosi. All of a sudden, and you know what? We're going to go big for this one. We're going to have some fun. Sarcasm meter back up. Asking a question for a friend. Isn't it interesting that when it's a leftist confirmed data point, leftist confirmed notes, leftist confirmed anti-ICE assassin murderer, then it's, guys, this isn't left or right. We're bigger than this. We are greater than this. I mean, like, think about the children. Okay, we're going to put a pause on that real quick. Hey, you remember every single time that there's a shooting in this nation, every single person watching this, every single gun owner, every single conservative has blood on their hands because they're not willing to trade their Second Amendment rights and their natural rights to defend themselves, to the government for a guaranteed safety because some psychopath killed some kids or killed some school or killed some horrible thing. Remember that? That's different though. Because guys, this is not about left or right. Imagine if there was a shooting and they said, guys, this was not about gun owners or not gun owners. Do you think that would happen? Asking for a friend. You guys can let me know over here in the chat because I've got so much more. We're just gonna pile it on. We've dug the hole and now we're just gonna oh my God. Here we go. Let's keep going. Back to it. All right. This guy's such a toolbox. But let's get over here. Oh my goodness gracious. What is this? Sarcasm, back up. Young conservatives are more peaceful than older conservatives and even political moderates. Our side of the aisle is doing its part. Meanwhile, young progressives have been dangerously radicalized to believe violence is justified. This must be addressed immediately. Pray for peace. And I'm going to go big on this one because this is actually an excerpt from source YouGov The Economist. That's right down there on the left. You can see it. It is source. This is not my piece of information. This is from The Economist. Age 18 to 19. You see that very top left blue circle? Yeah, that top left blue circle signifies the liberal in this poll, 18 to 39. See that red one down there? That's conservative. See the gray one in the middle? That's moderates. And as they get older, do you see how they're still pretty much staying in the mean, except the liberals falling off a cliff, still too crazy level? But don't worry, they eventually catch up when they're 60 plus. Guys, this is not me making these data up. This is coming from The Economist and from YouGov. You tie this together with all the instances of violence that we've seen recently, and you're telling me that it's all about white men? You know, white men can be liberals too. This is idiotic. If you weren't bolted straight down to a constitutional principle and you weren't bolted straight down to a movement and being part of something, it really would be enough to make you go insane. But luckily, we're firmly rooted in our rights, our Constitution, our love of country, and standing on the sacrifice of those that came before us for the betterment of the next generation. Let me hear an amen in the comments. Let's get into it. I got a super chat. What up, Braden from California EDC? $5 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. 813 people in here. And this is an amazing time, guys. Are you that freedom squirrel out there that is always looking for those freedom seeds? Always feverishly working around? Well, my sponsor right now, Ammo Square, there's a link to their Instagram in the description box below. And you, with all of your fellow Patriot squirrels, can squirrel away all these seeds and take all of your little acorns and put them in a box until you accrue enough acorns in which it will be magically shipped to you or stored, in which your freedom seeds will be delivered again. It's like a 401k for squirrels who like their freedom seeds. You guys know what I'm talking about. Check out their Instagram right down there, and thank you to them for making this possible. All right, let's keep on going. I ain't jealous, though. All right. I got some amens. I love every second of it. Now to the meat and potatoes. I'm going to read these, and then I'm going to play the clip. Okay, I really want to dive into this, because remember how at the very beginning of this, I'm not going to play it again. Don't worry, because it'll kill you guys. I know, twice in one video is too much. Remember when Jasmine Crockett just wanted transparency? There was anti-ice on the bullets and the cartridges, but what's that mean, right? They just want transparency. Okay, well, ask and ye shall receive. Here we go. This was from this afternoon. Notes written by the assailant were found, according to the FBI. Quote, all these are quotes. He called the ICE employees people showing up to collect a dirty paycheck. He wrote that he intended to maximize lethality against ICE personnel and to maximize property damage at the facility. He hoped to minimize any collateral damage or injury to the detainees and any other innocent people. Great job, dumb. He also hoped his actions would give ICE agents real terror of being gunned down. That's really weird how it seems like that doesn't scream, I'm Caucasian. That kind of screams, I'm a leftist rolling with the rhetoric from the Democrats that's all about Gestapo, SS, Nazis, fascists. I don't know, on tap and repeat for 10 years, which, by the way, this deal hole was 29, so that would put him right at 19, right when he's coming of age. It's about 10 years of indoctrination. Just saying. All right, let me play the clip a little bit. I got two more of these things. This is important.
And HSI for their swift and decisive response to this crime. Members of these agencies quickly secured the scene and the evidence and worked tirelessly to determine any continuing threat. Due to their efforts, it did not take long to ascertain the identity of the shooter, who was deceased by a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and that he very likely acted alone. His name is Joshua Yan, 29, of Fairview, Texas. Let me just review a very brief summary of the timeline of yesterday's attack. We believe at some point around 3 o'clock in the morning of the building, law enforcement officers found the sniper dead. They found bullets on their bullets. One was killed. 2 were wounded. FBI agents executed a search warrant at the sniper's residence yesterday, and there found a collection of notes. First, I want to point out that one of these notes or papers, the sniper explicitly states, "Yes, it was just me." That statement appears to be correct at this point in the investigation. Notably, these loose notes included a game plan of the attack and target areas at the facility. He called the ICE employees people showing up to collect a dirty paycheck.
By the way, guys, I see what you're doing there. I see that. I mean, like, this is your fault, white guys. Remember that. Don't you forget. Don't put it on this guy who was the leftist who did surveillance of the target, set up for the target, eliminated the target, said the ICE agents were collecting dirty money and they were repeated leftist rhetoric. Don't you dare think you're off the hook, whiteys, because you heard me. If you guys didn't see it, Adam Kinzinger right here. Again, sarcasm still at level 10. Adam Kinzinger told us. You want to hear him again? I know you guys do. Let's get it. I'm loving the emojis. I'm loving the chats. Spread this out. Subscribe. Hit it. Adam, take it away. I got to get stupider.
Listen, the thing that we need to be looking at is not, is this the right? Is this the left? Is it whatever? It's, why are young white males doing this?
Yeah, that's it. Nailed it. God, you know, they're smart and then they're smart. I mean, honestly. And then Adam Kinzinger, he's smart. You know, if you appreciate Spaceballs, you'd get that reference. All right, let's keep going.
He wrote that he intended to maximize lethality against ICE personnel and to maximize property damage at the facility. He hoped to minimize any collateral damage or injury to the detainees and any other innocent people. It seems that he did not intend to kill the detainees or harm them.
Well, guys, remember, we were told by the left this guy couldn't have been a lefty and he couldn't have been anti-ICE because he killed the detainees. That could never happen for someone who's anti-ICE. He didn't aim for the agents, he aimed for the detainees. Therefore, he's got to be on that evil right side. And did you see that he was a white guy? Oh my God. No, idiots. The guy missed. Even psychos miss. He shot indiscriminately into the ICE facility, driven by extreme radicalized rhetoric against ICE, which is obviously aligned to the left. This is not difficult. But don't worry, there goes another leftist narrative on X blown apart. Guys, okay, let's go.
It's clear from these notes that he was targeting ICE agents and ICE personnel. The tragic irony for his evil plot here is that it was a detainee who was killed and 2 other detainees that were injured when he fired into the Sally Port. He also hoped his actions would give ICE agents real terror of being gunned down, and he did this to induce constant stress in their lives.
That's called leftist terrorism. Violent actions designed of a political nature meant to induce fear or emotional reaction in your target. That is terrorism. Anti-ICE terrorism. What party, the same party, by the way, who's trying to take your gun rights and says you can't have your gun rights because you can't be trusted, what party has the rhetoric that matches that? I'll be honest with you guys. You get the point. I'm taking the gloves off. I'm done with them blaming you and me for every single gun tragedy that happens in the United States, even if it's someone who is insanely left-oriented. It's still our fault because we believe in Second Amendment rights. But don't you dare castigate any type of group of people. Sarcasm's off, by the way. Don't you dare castigate any type of group of people or minority, because you are missing the point. But if you're a gun owner, it's all your fault. And don't you believe your lying eyes about anti-ICE being written on the bullets, because he wasn't a leftist, because he wasn't anti-ICE. He hit the detainee, so he couldn't be anti-ICE. He couldn't miss. No. Then it turns out there's anti-ICE written on the bullets. The guy literally leaves a manifesto that says all of these things are anti-ICE, and he wants to induce fear and terror. And now it's, guys, let's not talk about the left or right thing. That would be irresponsible. Here's the bottom line. You're winning. And I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. You are winning. You are electorally winning. You are culturally winning. You are winning in the culture. You are winning in the different age demographics. These are all actions of the desperate. From the stance of someone shooting somebody, desperation. From the stance of it's not us, it's you, desperation. When you're proven wrong, it's all the white people, desperation. I cannot make it any more clear. You guys are absolutely dominating them through peaceful means. You are dominating them in the culture. You are dominating them across every spectrum, and they cannot handle them themselves losing the power. So they're reacting like cornered animals, which is exactly what you're seeing. All the violence, all the profanity, all the screaming videos, it's all meant of emotion out of a fear of losing control. That's what's happening. The pendulum is swinging from the far left all the way back to the middle and then going the other side, and they are not handling it well. But the bottom line, we're going to save our country. We're going to keep on calling it out, shining light on all the depravity that is offered from the left, and I will see you guys on the next one. I hope you guys have an amazing evening. I love each of you just the right amount that makes you feel comfortable. I'm Braden. See you later.